Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Sportskeeda hangout. Today we dissect and discuss the 4th Ashes test and we'll talk about both teams' chances going into the final test. We have with us our in-house cricket expert Nayyar Abdul Rashid and a featured writer for Sportskeeda, Sambhav Khetrapal. So let's jump right into it. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the 3rd test. England managed to win that one. They were, would you say, lucky, or was it just good cricket in the 4th innings? Sambhav.
I think Australia lost the last session. They were into the match during most part of the match, but the last session, the last day, they screwed it up, and England capitalized on the situation and won the match.
So you're saying it's more of Australia's loss than England's victory?
Yeah.
All right. And Nayyar, let's talk about the top 3 batsmen of England. They've had a very mixed series so far. Have Joe Root, Jonathan Trott and Alistair Cook. They're managing to make runs sporadically and a half century. Joe Root's 190. But they still haven't given the solidity that England are looking for. What is your take on this?
Yeah, definitely. That's the case with England right now because their top 3 isn't performing. And going into Australia, it is going to be very important because right now they are getting away with it. There are 2 ways to look at it. England, if they continue with this top 3, this kind of form in Australia, they are going to have a lot of trouble down under. But if this is the result after these 3 have been performing like this, we can only just imagine what is going to happen if Cook comes back into form and Joe Root comes back into form. So this is something we have to look at it both the perspectives. Definitely it's an issue for England right now, but 3 months can change a lot of things. England have won the series quite fairly, and it's back to the top 3 to decide how it goes in Australia.
Right. Another thing about the English batting was, although they claim to have some of the best spinners, like Graham Swan, for example, play, they still seem to be a little troubled by spin bowling. Like Lyon really put them in trouble in the 4th test. Sambhav, your take?
Yeah, I think that was, I won't say that England faltered against Lyon. Lyon bowled really well in the first innings. He troubled the batsman, he spun the ball. I think the wicket at Chesterley Street was also spinning quite a lot, and it helped Lyon to trouble the batsman. But I don't think that Lyon can. When they go to Australia later this year, I don't think Lyon will have that kind of wickets to play on, and England might find it easier to handle Lyon in Australia.
All right. And speaking of problems that Australia have been having, Shane Watson, Nayyar, we've spoken about this in length. He scored a 60 odd in the first innings, but again he got out on a low score, and once again it was DRS and LBW for Shane Watson. What's the problem? He's not even getting as many wickets as he should, considering he's supposed to be a frontline bowler for Australia. What do you think is going on?
In the latest next session which happened in for Australia, there were scenes of Michael Clarke showing Shane Watson exactly how to go about it. He was seen shouting things at Clarke, how to not put his foot forward too much and use straight bat. And see, we are seeing some. We couldn't have imagined that Michael Clarke and Shane Watson would have been sharing the same net session, and they would have been, exchanging ideas about this. But the situation has come to such a point that Michael Clarke has to intervene right now and take charge of whatever is happening in the team. So yes, Shane Watson's LBW thing is a very big issue with Australia, and they need him to perform in Australia at least. because otherwise they will be really short of a batsman and a bowler if they remove Shane Watson. I still think that Shane Watson can do wonders for Australia. All he needs to do is come out of this problem, because we saw that those 60 runs could have really changed things if he would have gone on to make a bigger score. But seriously, Australia need to find Shane Watson back in the same form. They need to get this technical thing out of his batting, because this is something that easily he can work upon. Michael Clark is there, then Lehman is there. They can easily make him work around the situation. So yes, Shane Watson will persist, and his bowling will also improve in the next test matches supposedly.
And Samba, what's your take on this situation?
I think as much as it is a technical problem with Shane Watson, it is more of a mental thing as well. He's not going out with a clear mind. He's playing too many premeditated shots. He's not playing with a straight bat. This is a very important thing. Even the coaches, even Darren Lehman has said him that he should play with a straight bat and not play those cross-batted shots, which has led to his downfall. I think what he needs to do is go out with a clear mind, without any preconceived notions. Play the ball on its merit, and just play his natural game. He's thinking too much. His mind is too clouded, and his thinking is too clouded. So I think he needs to work on his mental aspect, mental game as well, as much as technical.
So both of you are saying that Watson should not be dropped. He should continue playing for Australia.
Well, if he has to be dropped, I think there is one very good replacement by the name of Sean Marsh, and that guy has been scoring quite a few runs in the A Tour in South Africa. So I think if he has to be replaced, Sean Marsh should be flown in from Australia.
All right, great, thanks, Samba. But Australia did get a few things right in the last match. Most importantly, David Warner opening the batting again. That has actually, you can see that has had a positive effect on the rest of the batting. So, good signs going forward for Australia, Nayyar?
Yeah, definitely. See, Australia have done so many things right in the past test matches, but they have just not gone ahead and won the test matches. So, Warner is positive, Leon's performance is a positive. Top of the batting, Chris Rogers' batting has been brilliant. Seriously, they found someone who can actually stay there and, graft those runs. So they need someone like Chris Rogers right now to just make those runs however they come by. So there have been positives for Australia, but they need to really go ahead and clear that mindset and finally win the test match. Last test match was a big disappointment. I'm really not sure how Australia are going to bounce back from it, because mentally they would be really exhausted. How could they have not won it? So yes, it will be a mental test going into the fourth test more than their abilities right now.
So quickly, Nayyar, what do you think? Australia have a decent chance in the fifth test. They have nothing to lose now. Do you think they could actually go ahead and give England a tough fight and actually get a result in the fifth test?
See, I want Australia to win because I am rooting for them down under the next series. So whether they can come back or not, it's again that mental aspect of the side. But yes, I am rooting for Australia to make impact and win this test match.
And what about you, Samba?
Yeah, I am also supporting Australia. I'm rooting for them, and I hope that they win the last test.
On a final note, your views. First, we'll start with Nayyar. Your views on the DRS.
I just hope that they come up with more controversies, because it's been entertaining series with DRS. As spectators, we want something more to happen around the DRS, and they finally, come up with a solution which can really, encompass all the errors that we've seen in the series. So yeah, definitely more controversies needed in this DRS.
What do you think of the DRS controversies that have been popping?
Yeah, DRS has been entertaining. A lot of drama when DRS is around. But I think the players and the administration needs to understand that DRS is not 100%. The results, it is better. See, when there was no DRS, we got 92-93% decisions correct. But since DRS has come in, the amount of correct decisions has been close to 98-99%. So players also need to understand that it is not 100%. There will be times when wrong decisions will be made, and they just need to accept it. And I think it is the way going forward. DRS is the future of cricket.
Alright, great. Thank you so much for your time, guys. And I will see you after the final test. Thank you, Samba, for joining us. Thanks, Nayyar.
Thank you.
Thanks, Samba.
Alright, see ya.
So there you have it, folks. Our experts are hoping for an Australian victory and maybe some controversy along the way too. We hope you enjoyed this session of The Ashes. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.